Everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Witness Mdaka. I am a businessman, a property investor, as well as the author of this book, It's More Than Just Money, a guide to escaping the rat race and building generational wealth. Now, if you're on this channel, you already know that our focus is specifically on building wealth, but not just building wealth, but doing it for the next generation and the next one and the next one up until 100 generations. Now, to be able to do that, we have to know and understand what the cornerstone of wealth creation is. And if you've lived long enough, you understand that the cornerstone of wealth creation over time has always been business, property, and shares. Now, there have been others that you could use to build wealth for yourself, obviously cryptocurrency and the others. They haven't been tested for centuries. Our focus is specifically on those that have been tested for centuries, where you know that if somebody starts a business and they do well in that business, they will prosper. Somebody builds a property investment portfolio over time and focuses specifically on growing it, they will prosper and become wealthy and leave something for their children. If someone spends time consistently building a share portfolio, right, picking the right kind of stocks, they will build wealth and they'll leave that wealth for their children. But the conversation I want to have with you today really has got something to do with significance, right? Significance. We all want to feel significant. We all want to feel important. Now, there have been many definitions of what significance is, right? And it could boil down to simply being put the feeling that we have of wanting to be important. So it's a feeling of importance or a feeling of making a difference in one's life or in the world that we live in. So which means we all have a specific desire within our hearts to make a difference, or a desire in our hearts to feel like we've done something that puts us in a position where we're important. And that's what makes us feel significant. Now, whoever you are, wherever you are, in your heart right now, you do have the desire, the God-given desire to want to feel like you are an important somebody, right? You might not necessarily go out looking or seeking for it, but it is there. It's a desire we all have. It's a God-given desire that we all have. So we can say that that desire that you have to feel important, to feel wanted, to feel like you're making a difference, to feel like you're making a mark in this world, is a God-given desire. So, which means each and every one of us, right, whoever we are, no matter the background we come from, we all want to make some sort of difference in this world, right? We either want to leave a legacy, we either want to change somebody's life, we either want to make a difference in the workplace, we either want to get good grades at school. All of that is different. It's driven by the desire that we have of being significant, right? And that desire is the one that makes us want to accomplish greater things in our lives. Now, what society has done, right, through religion, I've got nothing against religion, through politics, I've got nothing against politics, but what society has done through those two things is to condition people to believe that they should not want anything other than just having shelter, food, and clothing, right? Telling people that we need to be grateful for what we have, meaning we need to be satisfied with what we have, right? That teaching or that conditioning has placed many people into believing that whenever they want to do things that are going to make them feel better about themselves, they're either selfish or they're not grateful for what they have, right? But let me submit to you that if you've got an inkling of a desire to want to do something that puts you in a position where you feel good, where you feel like you're making a difference, where you're feeling like you're being significant, understand that it is a God-given desire given to each and every one of us. It is important for you to feel that way, because that's exactly what fuels us, right, to accomplish our purpose in life, right? So for you to understand where your significance lies, right? where you can say, I've made a mark in this one. For you to understand where that lies for you, you have to first understand what makes you angry or what excites you. What do I mean by that? So say for instance, you are aggravated or made angry by poverty. Your significance could be lying there. The one thing that makes you angry more than any other thing could be the one thing where you could become significant if you focus on solving that specific problem. So say for instance, you don't like poverty, and maybe you set up a foundation to deal specifically with the issue of poverty in your community, poverty in your country, or poverty in your family, right? Be it through starting a business or starting a foundation. Like I said, when you actively deal with that, you are actively dealing with something that you feel passionate about, right? Whether you are feeling passionate about eradicating it or passionate about helping people get out of poverty, that becomes the area where you are going to feel or be significant in. Now, also there could be something where you feel excited about that specific thing, right? It might not be poverty in this case, but it could be that you're excited about the idea of becoming a business person, right? The idea of working for yourself. Now, that desire, that excitement, that one thing that you keep dreaming and thinking about, that is where your significance lies, right? So maybe you are excited about starting a poultry business, get into poultry farming, right? You can't sleep. You think about this idea every single day, right? You'll sit down, put together a business plan, and start doing that. That is where your significance lies. Maybe you might be excited at the idea of starting a YouTube channel, like myself right now, speaking freely about a certain topic, helping people in certain areas, right? In my case, it's in the business area, right? In your case, it might be something else, but being excited about that specific idea. Because your gift lies specifically with your significance, that's where you also discover the things that you're good at, right? If you know that you're good at speaking, then you could stand in front of a camera like this and speak about a certain thing that you are very passionate about, that you feel like somebody could benefit from, right? That puts you in a position where you are actively doing something that is going to make you feel significant. And not only that, you're going to be impacting somebody's life and therefore doing something that is significant in the world that we live in. Now, your family is expecting or depending on you to come out of the shell that you are in, for you to focus and do something that you feel passionate about, confident about, and something that you could eventually feel like is your area of significance, or the area where you can make an impact in this world, leaving a mark, right? Like I said earlier, whoever you are, wherever you sit in, there is a desire in you to want to leave a mark in this world. For some of you, there are books that you want to write because you feel passionate about that one specific thing. Now, this book has been read by thousands of people. I know for a fact that if one person has sat down and read this book and it has changed their life, or the life of their family or their children, if all those people have read the book, then I understand exactly that I've done something that is significant. Meaning, I can literally now start thinking about writing another book because I understand that it is where my significance lies, in the gift that I have of writing, and maybe even in the gift that I have of speaking to you right now. So you need to start figuring out what your area of expertise are and what your area of significance is going to be. It is important, right? And for you to be able to do that, you need to maybe start asking yourself basic questions like, who am I? Who am I? Who are you? Where do you come from? And if you're asking yourself that question, you'll be saying, where do I come from? Who am I? Where do I come from? What am I doing here? And what do I need to do for my life to be significant? Now, all these people that are studying businesses, that are doing things that are putting them on the world map, are doing it simply because they've got to design their hearts to be significant. They've got to design their hearts to do something that they know is going to change somebody's life. And the mere fact that they know that somebody's life is going to be changed by the product that they're putting into the market, the book that they're writing, the channel that they're starting, they go out energetically to do that specific thing because they know that that specific thing is tied to their significance. Now, don't listen to anyone that tells you that it is wrong for you to want to feel important, that it is wrong for you to want to feel like you are making a difference. It is important for you to feel important because you are. It is important for you to feel significant because you are. No matter how insignificant you feel, you must never ever believe that you are not called to do something that's important in this world that we live in. I believe that each and every one of us, to be able to build a business, to be able to do anything that is big, be it building a business, building a property investment portfolio, building a share portfolio, you've got to be driven by a sense of significance that is bigger than you feeling like you are nothing and insignificant. Now, you need to draw into what your gifts are, understanding what your gift is, knowing what you are going to be doing for the next person's life to be changed. That is where your area of significance lies. And the minute you start focusing specifically on that, you will realize where the gap is for you to be able to fill a gap in a specific market. What gap can you fill in your job? What gap can you fill in your area of academia, in your studies? What gap is there that only you can fill? What is the gap? What is the gap in the music industry? If you're a singer, if your way of expressing your significance is singing, what gap is there in the market? If your way of expressing your significance is speaking, what gap is there in the market? If you're a painter or an artist or a designer, what is it that you can do that can place you on the map and for us to realize how significant you are? Think of guys like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg. Obviously, those are names that are big and those are names that have done things that are quite significant in this world. And significant doesn't necessarily mean big all the time. Significant always means that one thing that one can do that is important, that can change somebody's life. And I believe that you have it in you to be able to do that. And that's, maybe, who knows, that's where your next business is going to be. That's where your next breakthrough is going to be, right? My name is Witness Mdaka. Thank you for watching this video. Please click on the subscribe button and click on the notifications button and let this video be seen by other people that might be trying to find themselves, that might be trying to understand what it means to be significant. Looking forward to chatting again with you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.